Good evening, and welcome back to Foundry, where we have a hole that goes all the way down to lava. And that means we should jump into it. Yay! But lava doesn't hurt us. Oh. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a ship come down and land in here. And it's going to then deliver thermalite to our lava smelters, and then the lava smelters are going to go over here. Looking for there's another hole. There's another hole, but I can't remember which way it is. I've lost my orientation. Yeah, there's another hole somewhere where the belt can go up. So I should probably try and figure out where that is. I think it's here. There's brightness. There's brightness over here. Here it is. There. Boom. And that's the hole where the thing has to go up. So yeah. How many lava smelters do we require? Yeah, the only real way you can tell where things are is because the roof is lighter. So it's sort of go around and be like, there's a lighter roof. So that's all dark. There's a hole. Aha, because the way sunlight comes down. Yay. How many do we need? So this is the current bot here. So we need 180 for this guy. 180. Okay. That is 9 Mark II lava smelters. So we need 9 of them between here and over there. So we're going to go that way. So yeah, we'll land the ship in. We'll unload it this direction, run it up, along, back to there. Everything would be fantastic. But of course, we can only put lava smelters in. I can make a Mark 1. Let's put 1 so we can show you what I mean here. We can only put them in, obviously, where there is a space. We got so you can't put them there. So we can only put so many in here, and then we have to come down here, and it would kind of work in this one here. However, we do have explosive Mark IIs, and Mark II explosives let you remove the bedrock and lava, which is fantastic, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to put those down here, and I'm going to put the destination down here, and then we can just go around and we can clear out some space for lava smelters. Just throw them around quite liberally. I don't really know exactly where I need them to be yet, so I'm just going to try and clear out a space. Oh, beautiful. Let's remove this here as well. Boom. There we go. Okay. And we want to figure out where the pad needs to go. So I want to put in one of you guys just anywhere for the moment. There. And this is their input point, so we will need to do flooring here, like this, which then means our landing pad has to go here. Now, I'm very confused by you can go there, but then there's no it's blocked. Okay, right. Okay. So then what we're going to do is that's what I thought would happen. I was very confused as to why I was even allowed to put it down. So that was the bit that was truly confusing me there. Oh, get rid of that. Damn it. And then do that. And then I'm going to go over there and do the same. Doop. So I've got one there, and one there. There's the markers, and then we just have to put a landing pad in like this. So the place over there. So I want to put it in so it's facing that direction. We put it in like that, and then this should be completely perfect and working fine, so ships can come down, land on here, and then take off again. Beautiful. That's what we want. And just remove these here. Whoa. Right, okay. Okay, so you, right, can I ignore terrain? There, let's do that again. Ignore terrain. Bring that back in. There we go. So, what we need to do is we need to have a belt that comes out of here and goes like that way. Our smelters here. So we need 9 of them. So we can do like so many up there, turn so many down here, bomb, and then come back to here, this point here. So let's mark this point here so we know where we're going. And we need to do a couple of things here as well. So let's throw these in the lava. There we go. Awesome. You down there. Right. So yeah, we'll come up here and then turn and go down that way, and then go back to here. So let's blow up this area here. Important to remember to blow the area up before you put the conveyor belts in, otherwise you end up blowing up your conveyor belts, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to blow them up. It's not very good for them. They're not a big fan of being blown up. Conveyor belts. Get rid of this here as well, shall we? Boom. Hee hee hee. Okay, so I need 9 lava smelters. So let me go and get the resources. What do we need for 9 lava smelters? Oh, wrong button. That one there. We need thermalite sheets and energy cells. Okay, give me a moment. We will go and get some Mark II lava smelters. Okay, we have lava smelters. 9 of them. So we need to put them in like this. But they need to go at least 1 away from the edge of that there. So, and we want 9 of them. I wonder if I can run 9 of them like this along that point there. So let me remove that. Let's throw a few more explosives around here, shall we? And I also need to block this by the looks of it. It's a bit too close. Doop. Okay, so yeah, that's just a marker so I know where we're starting. So can we, for instance, go with putting them in, maybe even facing this way? So this is where the boat's got to go up. There. So, oh, we're actually 1 out here. Again. So, yeah, the boat's actually going to go up here. So it's going to be yeah. So they do whatever they're doing, and then they come to this point here, and then it goes up. So the what if we did it there? What if we did it there? I don't know what height the the guys were at. So let's drag this across like that. Remove those and remove that, and what I want to do is I want to put them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, nowhere near 5. Got about half of them. That's about it. So let's blow up the other side as well, which I can't really do now because I put this all in. Are these blast resistant? They are blast resistant. Okay, so let's let's double back on this. So we can leave the station thing is blast resistant, so we don't have to worry about blowing that up. So I can throw in. Oh, we picked it up anyway. Oh, yes, of course I did. That's what I get for not thinking. Okay. It's fine. We'll put it back in again. But if I do it this way, then what I can do is have the ship come down and land, and then it can output straight ahead. Have things on either side. They can output onto different belts, and then or onto the same belt, and then it just goes up it. So it's streamlined. It's yeah. Poof, like that. Okay, so let's redo our thingamabob here. This should be a lot easier now, actually, though. So there's the corner. Come down to here, and do that and that. Let's put in a guy there to say that this is the height. Okay. And we put you in facing this way. You should basically just plug into that corner piece there, like that. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Do. Okay, and then what we should be able to do is run a 3 wide. This 4 wide. Let's put it in the center of the thing. Let's put it right in the center. So 4 wide to here, and then here is where the things go up there. So we're close enough, like that. Boom. And we'll I can't actually put in blocks down the bottom there, so I can't put feet in to make this look like it's stable on the ground anyway. So we'll just have it floating. That's fine. And then we want to put in these guys facing this way. So here. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and then on the other side we want to do 4. That's what we have. There we go. Ba-dum. Right, and then the idea is that this comes out and runs along here, and then this comes out and runs along here. And we go with input is the first one on each and every one of these. It might have been easy to actually leave a gap in between them to see things, but not. And then you want to have an input as well. It's the first of everyone. You can tell the difference because if you look at the machine, you can see the hitbox of it, so that's how I know that I'm going to the right one. And then output as the last of the machine. And let's try that. You want to be that one. Output as last machine there. Like that. There we go. So this is the output line. That's the input line. Awesome. So the input line can stop here because that's as far as it's needed. Okay. We do need power down here. I didn't think of that. I completely forgot that's a thing. You need power. That's okay. We can figure power out. That's okay. We can definitely figure power out. And then here is where it's going up. So this will come out to here, will turn, and then join the spiral that goes up to the top. So let's go to the top and figure out where the spiral wants to be. Load swirly belt up. The spiral wants to be connected to the end here somewhere because it wants to be here. So I mean, realistically, it should be in here, the whole. But I'm doing everything at the end there. So it wants to basically sit on top of either of these ones. So there. That's where it's got to come into the building. Okay. So if I rotate that round, break it down by one. That connects there, and then we'll go to repeat mode, and we will. But missing 13. I don't think you are. Oh no, yes you are. Yes you are. Oh, yes you are, because that's for Mark 4 belts, and I don't have the Mark 4 belts. We have Mark 3 belts. So let's disconnect these two for a brief moment in time. Let's confirm copy in place, and then move that over to here. Boop, boop, there we go. And let's put those back in again. Okay, nice. And then we want to repeat. Grab that, and then just turn off our jetpack. Whee! Boop. Okay, so I'm missing 15. 15 what? Blocked 13. What is blocked? I hate when it does this sort of thing. The shaft is completely free. Nothing is blocked. The problem is, well, I can't fly up and down this shaft once we build it. So nothing is blocked. Oh, I know it's blocked. Right at the bottom. Flashing, sorry. Right at the bottom is blocked. Okay, so confirm. No. We're missing slopes, which was probably missing right at the top, isn't it? Yeah. I now can't. No. So I want to go to the repeat thing, and then I want to, and then go to move vertical, bring you back down again. Okay. Missing 6. So I need to get some more conveyor belts as well. So you will come out of here, you will turn this way, and then you will jump up to there, and then that will go all the way up to the top, and everything will be awesome and wonderful, and there can be much rejoicing. The problem is power. We need to bring power down here, and we need to... I could run a high voltage thing there, because we need it for these. I really wish... I don't know why they've chosen some buildings have these inputs and some buildings have these things. It makes so much more sense for the lava smelters to have direct belt outputs because they don't require power to run. So yeah, whereas the landing platforms, I don't know why they've got direct outputs, because I mean they don't require power to run themselves, but I don't... Pick one or the other. And if I'm honest with you, I think I'd much rather have all machines have these, so you have to put the connectors on all of them. I think I would prefer that, rather than some having belt outputs and some have belt inputs. I think that would work better. So you have you just have 4 plugs on this one, and you have you can plug 4 inputs or 4 outputs on it, or whatever you want to do, or even bring it down to 2 plugs. So you have 2 inputs or 2 outputs, because you can figure it that way. So yeah, because it's also, you configure it to be input or output. So if I configure it to be output, these 2 slots are never used anyway. They're not actually usable. So strange. Anyway, let's fly up this hole here, because we can't go up the other one. And power is going to be obviously this whole thing's going to be solar powered, and then we will turn the sun back on again to make sure the whole thing runs for an entire night. So what I want to do is run a power line down to because the power's going to be on the roof. I said it. The power's going to be right up on the roof, and then we run the power line down. So be on the roof. The generator's going to be on the roof, so it converts to the power for the low voltage here. I could either run a floor piece all the way down through the floor to the bottom, so it runs on a single system, or I could run a power line down to it. I think I'd prefer running a floor piece down all the way. So this powered flooring all the way down, like one corner, like here, all the way down to it, because then we can just check the power grid on any of these machines, and it will include, it'll have one power grid. It'll have the high voltage grid, goes to transformers, and goes to all the machines, and that will include everything for the factory. So that would make more sense. So let me go and grab some more slopes, and I will also dig a hole all the way down to lava and run a power line in here. And down comes the spaceship, perfectly fitting inside the hole. Bloop. Unloads the thermalite. The thermalite goes into these guys here. They burble away. I haven't actually checked the speed of these. 20 times 9. It's only 180 CH, so we're fine. We're fine. The belt's nowhere near. Nowhere near. And then the thermalite comes to here, which then does this, because here is the power line. There is the power line there. And the thermalite goes up. Spaceship. Oh, I missed some. Thermalite will make its way up. Let's see what it looks like going down the hole. Just... Awesome. That doesn't mean, however, that if we want to go down there to have a look at something, we've got to be careful with the spaceship coming up, because we'll bang our heads or our feet. And then the thermalite should be coming up here. So if I complete the build here, yeah, almost. That's not where you go. Plum plum. And then you come along here. This. And I probably want you to. Oh, that's right. There you go. Oh, like that. Okay. Now, providing the film light does eventually come up here, which it should do. There it is. Yay! Do 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 do. 20 per minute times 9. So 180 per minute we're getting, which is exactly what we want. 180 per minute. I could put an extra one in there to give us a little bit more, but we don't need any more. I don't actually know where it's used. Is all 180 is used in making robot parts, which are not being made here. This is not making 180 robot parts, is it? No, this is only making the ground floor one. So that actually needs to spin and go up even further. So we need to put a splitter on this, which is easy doable. We'll just put the same thing there and then run it back and you can carry on going up. So that's not a problem. Not a problem. I also probably should configure these splitters to prioritize each floor. So that way. So you do the first floor, then you do the next floor, then you do the next floor, so on and so forth. So yeah. But there we go. There is robot parts being made. Being made very, very slowly because the power's not working. We know that, it's fine, but they are being made. And then robot parts will go into here, which will make the torsos. And also, this needs robot parts and CPUs and polymer boards. Oh, I haven't finished this one off at all, have I? So wait, what have I missed here? Yeah, you're making robot parts, so that's fine. So CPUs and polymer boards, I just haven't put the inputs in. Nah. Get rid of that, and rid of that, and that one, I think. Yeah. So we want to have inputs, polymer, and that's not where I want you to go. And you want to have inputs as well. Boom, 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 and boom. There we go. There you go. Okay. And after way, way longer than it should have been, the first floor is complete. Only took 6 episodes with an explosive break in between. So, yeah. Okay. I will admit, though, this is probably the most complicated floor to build because of all of this setup here. This is the most complicated. So getting the energy cells, and you are doing the CPUs and things. So this is the most complicated floor to build. All the rest are easy. We're making farmer robots, and farmer robots require the so hang on. Excuse me. Here. So the leg requires robot parts, hydraulic pistons, and xenoferrite. That's pretty easy. And again, remember, we do 2 of these. So this is one. This is on the floor. We could do the arms as well on the same floor. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. Where's the arms? Where's the arms? Here are the arms. So the arms don't require anything special. So they require the same as the legs. So if we put this on the same floor, if we could put this on the same floor, we can do arms and legs on the same floor, and it just needs to make some robot parts, some hydraulic pistons, and we need some plates, and that's it. So that's a much easier build. It's when we come to other bots that require special things for the arms, like the miner bots that require drills, that we have to do other things. So yeah. But there we go. Look, they're bubbling away. They're doing the thing. You're bubbling away. You're doing the thing. We will have a head. We will have a torso. That's a barrel. And then we're good. So, as I said, the change in the plan will be the next floor will be making legs, and the next floor will be making arms. Maybe I might merge them together. I don't know. We'll see what the spacing is when we do one. And the floor on top will be where we assemble everything together and paint it. Paint is something I hadn't thought about. We also need to make paint. That isn't included in here. That isn't actually included in here. The paint isn't actually included in this list. I need to add that to the list before I forget right now. So let's grab our painting one. Assembly line painter. Let's put you just anywhere. There, I'll do. And connect you to the power grid just so I can actually find wherever the screen is. Here it is. Configure farmer robot, and we can choose colors as well. I tend to go with solid colors for them. Like, so the farm bot will be one color, the combat bot will be another color, the science bot will be another color. So they're just that. So color doesn't matter at all. However, this requires 3,200 paint per minute. That's if it's running at 32. But we'll just do that there. So let's add the paint. I didn't add the paint to the list, and we need that's inputs, no outputs. I also need paint. Paint 3,200. Boom. There you go. That's going to mess up things because that needs way more oil. Yeah, because paint is low density oleumite. So now, low density oleumite and gas. So we need 2 doing the gas and 3.5 doing the low density oleumite. Oh dear, fundamental failure. We've got 3 and we need 3.5, and then we need 2 doing gas, and we got 1 doing gas. Yeah, we can put another one in for gas here. That's not a major problem. That's easy. But I can't put the third one, the 3.5 in for the other one because we just don't have the space for it unless I move this tank, which could be done. The tank could happily sit back here and run along and in, and then we could put another one here. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. We'll have to redesign this. So we need 4 of these along the back row. There. The tank can go here, and they all can go direct into the tank and then out the side of the tank and down there to where it's going at the moment. And then we have to have a second one here doing the gas. You know, it's 2.0185. I know we're going to be slightly off on that. That's fine. This was already slightly under, but I was kind of reliant on the fact that it wasn't ever going to run at full speed, because you don't ever sell that many of them. You can do, but they're not high demand. So okay, so we need to change things up a little bit, but that's not relevant to the first floor. The first floor is complete, is done, is ready, is sorted, and there is much rejoicing. And there are torsos and there are heads. Beautiful. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.